people, it's me, Ahdieh. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my favorite duologies because I just wanted to change things up a bit since because of quarantine I have lots of free time, more free time than I did before. So I've been reading a lot recently, and you guys know that because I've been uploading a lot of recent reads videos quite frequently. So today's video is going to be different from that. So, like I did with my favorite trilogies video, which I'll link in the description below, I'm starting with the most underrated books on this series to the most really hyped up ones, just so that I can bring attention to the underrated books first. Because I feel like, obviously, if a book is underrated, it means that most people don't talk about it. So the first duology on this list is, I think it's called like the Hattie Duology. Anyway, it's the Hattie Duology, written by Kirby Larson. The first book in the series is called Hattie Big Skye. The second book is called Hattie Up Elbow. And this is a historical fiction YA. I guess it could also be considered juvenile fiction. I read it so long ago, like before I was a young adult, I think. So I guess it could be considered juvenile fiction as well. Anyway, it follows 16-year-old Hattie, who's an orphan, and after she inherits her uncle's homestead, she moves from Iowa to Montana, and it's set during World War I. It's set in 1917, so World War I is brewing and it's going on, so that's when the conflict ensues, I think. So like I said, it's been so long since I've read it, so I had to brush up on Goodreads prior to making this video. But from what I do remember, I really enjoyed this series, and it was really so good. And yeah, it was just really good. The next duology is fantasy YA, and I think it's called like the Bohemian Empire or something. Anyway, the first book is called City of 1,000 Dolls, and the second book is called Empire of Shadows. They both follow different characters, so I guess this could be considered two companion novels and not technically a duology, but I consider it a duology because like it's set in the same universe and the two stories are connected in a way. Anyway, City of 1,000 Dolls follows 16-year-old Nisha, who's the apprentice to something, and I don't specifically remember what her job is, but in her empire, orphaned girls are apprentices to any job that's available. And when Nisha finally feels settled in her job and she feels established and she thinks that everything is going great, except when girls around her start to die. So obviously this is awful because she could be the next victim. So she goes on this journey to solve this murder mystery, and that's the premise. I really love this book. These books, like the previous duology, it's been so long since I've read these, but what I do remember is that it was just really good, and it's so underrated. I've never heard anybody talk about these books ever. So you should definitely check them out because they are so good, and yeah, it's just really good. The next duology is another duology that could be considered two companion novels, but whatever. The two books in this series is called Wildings and Sparkles, written by Eleanor Glewwe. Wildings is the first one, and it follows Rivka? I don't know how to say her name. It follows a girl who's part of this magical elite, and when her brother is outcasted by the entire community because he fails to develop magical abilities, she goes on a journey to find him because obviously she wants to find he's her brother, even though society thinks that they do not belong together just because he does not have magic and she does. So it was a wonderful journey. It was so good. Sparkles, on the other hand, follows Mala, who goes on this journey, and she's part of the lower class. So the magical elite that the girl from Wildings is a part of is the magical elite, the elite at the top of the class, and Mala is a lower class person. And when this mysterious disease is poisoning everybody and making them, like, is basically killing everybody. Which I guess is not really the type of book that you might want to read during quarantine when something similar is happening right now. But anyway, she goes on this journey to solve this mystery. So yeah, both books were really, really good. I keep mentioning that I don't remember like I don't remember like my more in-depth thoughts on them, because that's because like I can't say whether or not these books were like action-packed or atmospheric or anything. I just remember that they were really, really good. So yeah, read these two books, read them in chronological order. It was so, so good. I loved it. They're both juvenile fantasy. The next duology is the Unearthed duology, written by Amie Kaufman and Meagan. This follows Mia and Jules, who form an unexpected alliance when a message comes to Earth from a long extinct alien race. So that's cool. This is science fiction YA. I heard a lot about this book more when it was released, because these books came out like at least 2 years ago, I think. But like after they were released, I stopped hearing about them. I heard a lot about the first one when it came out, because like it was a debut novel. But then when the sequel came out, I heard like it came out so quietly. So anyway, here I am bringing attention to this action-packed, atmospheric series. I really, really liked it. Yes, the first one is better than the second one, but I would still recommend reading both books. They were both really, really good. And science fiction is not a genre that I read a ton of, but if you are new to science fiction, then I would recommend this series, because like I said, it was action-packed, it was atmospheric. Mia and Jules were two wonderful characters, and it was just really, really good. So now I'm getting more into these more popular, well-known duologies, and the first one is the Clown's Game duology, written by Evelyn Skye. This duology is the reason why Evelyn Skye is one of my favorite authors. This duology is so, so good. It's fantasy YA, and it's about these two teenagers who duel to the death to become the Imperial Enchanter. So it's Russian inspired, which is so, so, so cool. Evelyn Skye is such a good author. I know that Circle of Shadows was a huge disappointment for so many people, but The Clown's Game and The Clown's Fate are so, so good. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so atmospheric and so, like, I loved the characters and I loved like everything about it. And it's just, I don't understand why the series is underrated, because it's so, oh my gosh, I can't stop gushing about it because it's just so, so good. I'm going to reread it soon, because like, oh my gosh, I just remember like falling in love with this adventure and these characters, and Vika and Nikolai all superior. Nikolai in this series is superior to the Nikolai in the Grisha trilogy. I said it. It's just so, so good. I absolutely loved it. And Evelyn Skye is so underrated. And yeah, there's my spiel. The next duology is the Last in the Dawn duology, written by Renee, Ahdieh, who again is one of my favorite authors of all time. She's absolutely amazing. And this duology is when she became one of my favorite authors. So this is a fantasy YA series, and it's a retelling of Scheherazade, and I think that it followed the original fairy tale to a T. It was so, so good. So if you don't know what Scheherazade is, I think it's an Arabian retelling. I think it's either an Arabian fairy tale. I know it's definitely Asian. Anyway, so Scheherazade is, so there's this sultan who kills his wives each night, the night after he's betrothed to them, and Scheherazade decides to break that cycle. So she starts telling a story, and she says that she's not going to finish it. And like in the original fairy tale, she tells a story, and she's like, oh, I have to go to bed now. I'll tell you the rest tomorrow. And the Sultan agreed to that. And in the original fairy tale, it lasts for 1,000 days and 1,000 nights. So, obviously she's successful. However, in The Wrath in the Dawn, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you because it's just so good. And there's a sequel, so that's great. The sequel was equally as good as The Wrath in the Dawn. The sequel is called The Rose and the Dagger, by the way. So yes, fantasy YA, especially like if you enjoy romance-driven fantasy YA, I think that you would enjoy this book quite a lot. The next duology is the Flame in the Mist duology, again written by Renee Ahdieh. So this follows Maliko, who, like, in whole society, and honestly in like real societies too, her only use is unfortunately to get married, and she doesn't like this. But anyway, when she goes to meet her betrothed, her convoy gets attacked by the Black Clan, and she seeks revenge, and so she infiltrates the Black Clan. However, when she does this, like, she's disguised as a boy, and she infiltrates them, but she discovers the Black Clan for the first time. She feels like her intellect and her talents are truly recognized. So, you know, this causes conflict because she wants them to seek revenge, but then she feels very comfortable around them. So anyway, this duology was so good. The first book in the series is called Flame in the Mist, and the second one is called Smoke in the Sun, and both were absolutely so good. I love this series so much. I don't know if I would say that this duology is better than The Wrath in the Dawn. I would say that overall they're equal. But yeah, these books are why Renee Ahdieh is one of my favorite authors, and why The Beautiful was honestly like a disappointment, because my expectations were so high due to these two duologies. So you should read them. I love Asian fantasies so much, and Renee Ahdieh's writing and her books are a huge part of that. The last duology on this list is the Six of Crows duology written by Leigh Bardugo. This duology and the Glacier trilogy are why Leigh Bardugo is one of my favorite authors. I love her. She's such a queen. Six of Crows, if you didn't know, follows these 6 different characters as the leader of the 6 recruits them to pull off this nearly impossible heist. But I don't really want to market this book as a heist book because the heist doesn't start until halfway through the story. And because Leigh Bardugo develops each of the 6 characters in the beginning, and the characters are why I love this series so much. Kaz is my favorite. I love Kaz and Nina and Inej and Wylan and Matthias and Jesper so much. I love them. Their banter, their dialogue, them as people, I want them to be real. I love their characters so much. I love their dynamic. I love the entire group as a whole, as well as the individual, like, friendships and pairings and romantic relationships. And it's just so good. So Crooked Kingdom, if you didn't know, is the sequel. Six of Crows is the first one. And like, both books are 5 stars. I love them so much. And Leigh Bardugo's world building is absolutely incredible. I could talk about this book for ages, but we're not going to get into that because Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom has been hyped up for ever since its release, because I think that it deserves its hype, and I love them so much. I could talk about this for forever, really, but I'm so excited for the TV show. Oh my gosh, I've never been more excited for a TV show ever. Well, that's not true. I would say that I'm more excited for season 7 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. than I am for this TV show, because I don't know what to expect. But anyway, please read this duology. Please read the Glacier trilogy. Read the Glacier trilogy first, because Crooked Kingdom will spoil what happened in the Glacier trilogy. But anyway, so yeah, read this trilogy. Leigh Bardugo is the queen. I love her so much. So in conclusion, I recommend all of these duologies. They are so good. All of these duologies, by the way, are completed. In that case, that means that all of these books have been released already. So like you can get them more easily than you can get obviously new releases. So while you're in quarantine, use your online libraries, use your digital libraries, I think that like you can order books online through the bookstores and stuff. I don't know. I don't really use bookstores. I use like libraries and stuff. So that's why I advertise library usage, because I use libraries all the time. Hence why I've been uploading frequently my recent reads videos. So anyway, that's how I can get like all these new books so quickly, by the way, is my digital online Libby library thingamadoodle. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you have read any of these books before, let me know what you thought of them in the comments section below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that everybody is staying safe, staying inside. I feel like that's kind of hypocritical for me to say, because I'm obviously outside, as you can clearly tell. But like, I only go outside for walking purposes, to take walks, to clear my head, and filming outside, but like filming in general keeps me from spiraling, so it's great for my mental health. So yeah, I've been doing really well in quarantine, and I hope that everybody else is doing well too. You're hanging on. Obviously nobody knows how long this quarantine is going to last, but I hope that we can flatten the curve really soon by doing all the proper things, by social distancing, by staying inside, staying safe, all the things. So go wash your hands. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that these books can provide comfort and escapism in quarantine. That's the purpose of all of these videos during quarantine, even if I forget to say that sometimes at the end. So yeah, thanks for watching.